Welcome, welcome, my friends and rivals, once again. If what we're looking at right now is what happens when your Saturn's internal battery is dead. Which, see, the cool thing about the Saturn is it actually was one of the first, home consoles with an internal save memory rather than having to have a memory card or save files on the cartridge. The bad news is that battery's been running out. Those batteries run out over here. They're not too hard to replace, but I haven't gotten around to it because I'm a lazy ass. So, luckily, this game that I'm about to play is something you play in one sitting anyway. It does have stuff to unlock over time, but I'll worry about that later, and won't make a big difference to how I play tonight anyway. So anyway, sit back and hear the best damn console startup known to man, the Japanese Saturn startup. Sorry, PS1, you're really close. That's so fucking lit. Every time. And yeah, I'm using a bit of homebrew because I'm going to need to load something special. Welcome to Bulk Slash. Is the volume good? The game could be kind of loud, I don't know. And I believe there's an intro to watch. I might as well sit back and do that. It is the 90s, and there is time for mecha anime. So, this game, released by Hudson on the Saturn in, I don't know what year. I should probably look that up. Obviously, either mid to late 90s. That's when all the Saturn games came out. A unique thing about this game is it's a 3D mecha action game, and a fun 3D game that runs well on the Saturn is actually a pretty rare thing, but it's a real good one. But one thing that's unique about it is its system of navigators that will talk to you during the game and basically sort of navigate you towards your objectives and things like that. Out of which there are various girls who you can choose between as you unlock them. Now, the thing is, this game was only released in Japan, so obviously it should only have Japanese voiceovers. Right?
Launching operation. Okay, off we go.
As it turns out, very recently, as in the end of last year, there was a release of an English translation of this game that features a full English dub, as well as translating all the in-game text. So, let's see, right in the stage select. Basically, you unlock the stages in groups of 3. Start with 1, 2, and 3 available. Then you beat those, you unlock 4, 5, and 6, and you beat those, and you get to go to the final stage. Simple and straightforward. And game's got cool music too. As you can see that background will actually have the navigator you get once you get them. But I have no one with me. That's because you have to find them. I'll start with stage 1. Yeah, so there is a mission briefing. In which that is also translated. Not super necessary, but another thing nice to have. And with this, we're right into it. Now that pink little thing, that's the navigator. In the first level, it's right in front of you, and others you'll have to search around for her. I'm gonna go through each level and pick each one up.
Lune Road, Sergeant, first class reporting. I'm here to help, Chris.
Sure thing.
Launching operation. Straight ahead.
So, now what can you do in this game besides pick up girls, literally?
Wow!
Well, you can shoot. You can shoot bombs by letting go of shots, pick up special weapons. But an important thing is, you can transform. You can... Oh, and your plane form...
Target. To the left.
Your plane form has lock-on homing missiles and a double-shot machine gun. You can adjust the speed, like that. Ultimately, a pretty straightforward game, not a super complicated mech game. If you're wondering about the controls, it's just D-pad to move and L and R to rotate. And jump button, fire button, you know. Also a button to do that, to ask your navigator or to point you to the nearest objective. Yeah, pretty straightforward. This first mission's pretty easy. I mean, it better be the first mission.
To the left.
To the left.
Nearing target. Straight ahead. Wow!
But yeah, this game's arcadey, about doing big attack combos and collecting items for points.
Remaining 3 targets.
Yeah, this game kicks ass. Also, watch this. This is funny.
What are you doing?
Robot can't swim. And all the navigators have something to say about it.
To the left.
Now then, there's something about this game I won't be able to show off tonight.
To the right.
And that... Oops.
What are you doing?
And that is that,
Rear.
is the long-term appeal of this
Straight
game.
ahead.
I mean, sure, you can just play through the game, but... Hey,
Shield recovered.
the more you play with a navigator, the more they'll start to like you. The way they talk to you will become generally kinder. They'll have some extra lines. It's very interesting, really. And that's kind of like what you can save the game for.
Straight ahead. Nearing target. Straight ahead.
The flamethrowers will do some good damage, so I'll take care of them from the air.
Wow! Target destroyed. Remaining 1 target. To the right. Shield recovered.
Nice zony TV, by the way. Oh, and when you're on towards the last target, music kicks in.
Wow! There's the black. To the right. Nearing target. Ah! Target destroyed. Shield recovered. I'm picking up a bogey. Mass is extremely large.
So that's all. That's all the targets. But what would a mission be without our boss? Let's go.
To the left. Wow! Straight ahead. Ah! Ah!
Uh-oh.
Just one more push.
There we go. As you can plainly see, this game is hype as fuck.
I salute you. Please select the stage.
Alright, so might as well take it in order. Now, let's see. This stage is stage 2. Now, I'm gonna find the the new operator on each level, so we'll have to say goodbye to our current one.
Launching operation. Straight ahead.
Now, let's see if I can remember what this one is. The rest are a bit tougher to find, but
Nearing target. To the
there's a
left.
target right there. I should do that first.
Ah!
This one I have to
Ah!
destroy the little shield generator circling this thing before I take it out. This, that, bomb.
Target destroyed. Remaining 4 targets. Wow! Shield recovered.
Oh, and there is one attack I haven't mentioned yet. And I'll show it off when I get close to it and on the ground. Now,
To the left.
that's that way, but I believe what I'm looking for is this way in the stadium here.
To the right.
But yeah, this is my. That's your left. Yep, you have a sword too.
Shield recovered.
Pretty sure she's in the stadium,
To
or
the
we're just
rear.
outside it. Oh, right. You know what? Yeah, she's just outside the stadium. It's the last target that appears in this one. Oh, yeah, because it's the pink dot on the map, by the way. On the mini map.
To the
Here she is.
Give a girl a lift to blow. Got big plans coming up.
Sure. Why not?
Off we go. Isn't that it up there? Isn't that it up there?
Yep.
It should be around here.
As you can see, she's not quite so military trained in her how she talks. Holy moly, indeed.
Whoa! What a blast!
Something should.
3. Shield recovered. Fire blaster. Isn't that it up there?
Isn't that it up there, guys?
Isn't that it up there?
I hear that's it up there.
We're right near the target. Isn't that it up there? Holy moly! To the right, maybe? Ah! Shield recovered. Holy moly! Isn't that it up there? Whoa! What a blast! That leaves 2. Shield recovered.
Let's
Isn't that it up there?
forward again.
Holy moly! We're right near the target! Isn't that it up there? Yeah! Ah! Isn't that... Ah!
I'm really going through it.
What a blast! That leaves 1. Shield recovered. Looks like that's fire blaster. Isn't that it up there? Isn't that it up there? We're right near
Yep,
the target.
right.
Isn't that it? Whoa! What a blast! Shield recovered. Ignis showed up. What do we do?
Alright. Raw.
Isn't that it up there?
Trying to lose me. Ooh.
Isn't that it up there? Ah! Isn't that it up there? Ah!
Almost there.
Go! Isn't that it up there?
Boom.
I can get used to this.
This game is gorgeous too. Like, it's just that old school 3D. I believe the kids say aesthetic. I mean, I say the kids say it, but it's just using the word correctly. Alright, stage 3, Brown. One of the most annoying stages in the game, because it's a little unique. It's the only stage in the game where you can lose for any reason other than either dying or running out of time, because it's an escort mission. But the main thing that this means is that getting the new navigator is really annoying, because you have to leave the ship you're trying to protect to go get it. So what I think I'm going to try and do this time is clear out the first few enemies and then rush over and grab the navigator.
Off we go! Isn't that it up there? It should be around here.
Also pointing out the, what is
It
it?
should be around here. Isn't that it up there?
Also pointing out this is a mission where I'm pointing out the,
It should be around here.
the target is not that helpful because the target's just a thing you're trying to
Isn't
protect.
that it up there?
What is
It should be around here.
some enemies?
Shield recovered. It should be around here.
Now, we jet over to the castle and save a princess. Right here.
How do you do? I am Medical Flare. Might I trouble you to tag along? Let us be off. Onwards.
Let's get British. Unfortunately, this also leaves a precarious shot on
To our right. To the rear.
the ship's health. That's the danger of this mission.
Shield recovered. To our left.
Actually, it is sort of helpful to keep track of the ship if you bog down the rest. Luckily, I can at least distract some of the enemy turrets and ships by getting near them myself.
We're nearing a top. To our right.
Can draw them to shoot at me instead.
To the rear. Shield recovered. Onwards. To our right. Shield recovered. Shield recovered. To our left. Fire blaster. To our right. We're nearing a target. Onwards.
Ship's taking some hit. Unbeaten, but it's should
To the
keep
rear.
hitting. That's the train.
You don't disappoint. To our right.
And there we go. Phew, made it. Like I said, that mission's probably one of the biggest pains in the ass in the game, just because you can fail it by having the ship be destroyed. Granted, the boss is actually kind of annoying too, very maneuverable.
To the rear. Onwards.
Oh, hello.
To our left. Onwards.
Yeah, so maneuverable, it's tough to hit with homing missiles. Keep up. Shoot. Shoot and shoot. Also, that's really cool. It's like a proper big-ass punch robot, punch attacks and things.
To our right. Onwards. Now be done with it.
Yes! Alright. You can get... I'm sure you can all guess how that laugh sounded in Japanese.
Kindly select the stage, if you please.
Alright, we're up to stages 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to skip stage 4 for extremely selfish reasons. The reason is because stage 4 has my favorite navigator and I want to take her to the end of the game. So, stage 5. Yeah, the idol girl is a little much. This level is a bit unique. It should be clear as soon as I get started in it, but just to show it off.
To our left.
Well, she was saying, "Isn't that it over there?" So that might be where you're getting tripped up.
There's the blaster.
But yes, this level is inside this facility, so gonna spend most of it in robot mode, walking through these hallways.
You don't disappoint. I think compliments are in order. To the rear.
By the way, one thing, as I mentioned, like the navigators start to like you more as you use them more, but it's a little more specific than that. And it's generally based on, I believe, score, but I believe there's also different ones that get bigger bonuses from different things. Like there's some that prefer you doing like big combos for score, others that prefer like completing missions faster. But I'd have to look up the specifics. But I remember the devs talking about it when they were showing off this in progress. So neat thing, a lot of unique little touches where... Because see, the thing about this game is, if you don't care about the navigator stuff, it's still just a pretty darn good kind of action arcadey sort of game. Fast-paced, controls well, it's really fun. But then that just gives it that extra bit of personality that sort of brings it to life. So that having that translation is like...
I think compliments are in order. Shield recovered. You don't disappoint. I think compliments are in order.
Really helps people enjoy this game the way, more or less the way it was meant to be. Keep going, elevator down.
You don't disappoint.
Is this the floor I think it is?
Onwards.
Or is it the next one?
There's the blaster.
No, it's the one with the giant gun jump scare.
Shield recovered.
okay.
Turned your strikes. Just 2 left. Shield recovered. Fire blaster.
Yeah, looking at the map, it's the next floor I think of, so better move on a bit. At least I can go back through the elevator. Yes, this floor. As I said, I'd spend most of this in robot form, but the easiest way up here is to make a quick switch up here. And up, hiding in the rafters. Let's see who it is.
You're going to Blau, right? Then you're my ride. Name's Ruby or Rude. I'll even lend you a hand. Let's hit. More to the right.
And we've got
More to the left.
our necessary accent. Got this.
Keep going straight. Target close by. Keep going straight. Shield recovered. Got it. That leaves one of them.
I know, right? The names and like just everything about this game is just. This is what it's all about, you know? You, your cool robot, and some chick whose last name is Rude.
Oh, wow.
Which way is it in this level? Oh god, I forgot this level to think of fucking
going
ceiling
straight.
lashes. Yep, there you go.
Got it.
Also, this level doesn't change the music when you get the last thing for some reason. But
Shield recovered.
unfortunately, that's the one issue with this level is that you can't ever point you to the exit, but you only really need to do that here because it's the only floor where the design's kind of non-linear like this. Jesus Christ. A lot. I forget that there are just so many enemies in this one. What's left in here? Alright, the first one. Here we go. Yep, elevator down.
Keep it together. Shield recovered.
And got all the doors, and we're here.
Something's coming, and it ain't no small fry.
It ain't no small fry.
Keep going straight.
This one's big. Tough to hit with this stuff. I should have gotten the Bezier Blast and that thing homes.
It's behind us.
Yeah, I should switch to shit. This one got homes. Look, this one doesn't have a ton of health, at least on its own. Let's see what we can do in a sec. Alrighty.
Damn it. What the hell?
What the hell? Hell yeah, this one's got a phase 2. Luckily, it doesn't have a ton of health either.
Oh, wow.
There we
Thank
go.
you, F. Got moves.
Yeah, for whatever reason, that boss dies pretty quick. I think it's because it's the only like boss outside the final one that has multiple forms. So they kind of made it the equivalent of like one normal boss.
Pick a dang stage.
Pick a dang stage. Her navigation is odd. So...
Let's get. Keep going straight.
The targets on this level are actually pretty
Target's
dangerous.
close
Big
by.
walkers.
Keep going straight.
I mean, big four-legged walkers on an ice planet? Doesn't remind me of anything, honestly.
Oh, wow. Bingo, you nailed it. At least 3 of them. Keep going straight.
Well, I know where the next target is. I am also looking for something specific. Yeah,
Target's close by.
this big tree,
More to
but
the
I'm gonna
left.
take off this target first, because otherwise it will just freaking kill me with that laser. Yeah, if I don't watch out, I'm actually screwed with these things. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Bingo, you nailed it. At least 2 of them. Keep going straight. More to the right. Oh, wow.
Who's here again? Yeah.
Sergeant Colin Steiner reporting in. My navigation is kind of amazing.
All right.
Let's go! It's to the right. Oh my god!
Okay, I'm.
To the left.
Most of the voice work in this game is actually pretty good. That line, that particular read,
It's
just
ahead.
kind of gets me.
It's ahead.
But, yep. Greetings from Germany.
Wunderbar. It's to the left. Oh my god! It's ahead. They're nearing the target. It's ahead. Wunderbar. Ouch! Ouch! Target
There.
destroyed. Target's left behind us.
Shield recovered.
It's to the left.
Right, one more.
It's
By the way,
ahead.
when it comes to like doing combos, you can see that those charged attacks, like the missiles and the bombs, will cause chain reactions. Oh,
Wunderbar.
this is a max health.
Shield recovered.
It's ahead.
It is in fact ahead.
Wunderbar. Wunderschön. It's to the left. Wunderbar. It's to the left. We are nearing the target. Behind us. Wunderschön. We are nearing the target. It's ahead. Ouch. Target destroyed.
Go. Grab you.
Unidentified Oh mein Gott, der ist ja gigantisch.
Shield recovered.
Alright, and this one's a bit special. Since this is technically the last normal stage, we have a Virgil.
It's to the left.
Gotta have the mirror match.
It's to the right.
One little thing is that if you press the navigation button in the in a boss fight, it'll actually point you to the boss. It's instant. Very useful for more maneuverable ones like this.
It's ahead. Oh my god!
This one's got a tendency to transform when you do so. But not always.
It's ahead. Oh my god! shot.
Alright, now one more shot, for sure. There we go. Oh.
Maravilloso. Please select the stage.
Okay, one more normal stage. This one's also a little different because you know how there's one mission where we're going to stay largely in robot form? Well, this is kind of the counterpart to it. This one's in space, so
Let's go.
there's only a few
It's to
small
the left.
spots to stand on, so we'll be flying around most of the time.
It's to the left.
I know it's to the left, but
Behind us.
this one I always forget where the navigator is. I know she's
Behind
kind of
us.
off towards the edge of the area,
It's to the left.
but I don't remember which edge or anything because I'm kind of a dumbass.
Behind
So
us. It's to the left.
so we're gonna do a bit of searching first.
Wunderbar. Behind us. Behind us.
Blues. Oh, here's right on this ship out here.
Behind us.
And
Shield recovered.
here we are.
Lieutenant Naira Savage, reporting. Pick me up, pilot.
I mean, I guess I can't say no to that.
Deploy, Corporal. On the left.
Alright, now the actual meat of this mission. There's technically a target there, but I can't do anything with it until I
Straight ahead.
head back to that ship I started.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. On the right. Back it up.
Oh, right. On oddity
Straight
here. If
ahead.
you're not close enough to the ground, you'll just kind of
On the left.
float when you
Straight ahead.
switch to mech form.
Straight ahead.
But yeah,
Straight ahead.
this one I gotta take these bombs to various locations.
Well, I'll be damned. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Target set. Not these. Ready to go.
And
Straight ahead.
just gotta set some bombs
Well,
on all
I'll
these
be
ships.
On the left. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Target set. That leaves 2 to go.
Two more.
Well, I'll be damned. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned.
Oops.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
This one, if the thing is that the bomb could be destroyed
Straight ahead. Target set. That leaves 1 to go.
if it gets hit enough. So gotta avoid taking too much damage in this one. But other than that, pretty short,
Straight
straightforward
ahead.
one.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
And a lot of stuff ends up being straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Target's getting close.
It is.
Straight ahead. Target set.
Alright. But what good was setting all these bombs be if it didn't come with a boom? That takes care of that.
We've got a massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now.
Set for one little detail. I love the gradient, that gradient texture on the warp. It's so 90s 3D.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
This one we gotta take apart piece by piece. I can help to get rid of some turrets.
Straight ahead. On the right.
This one kind of feels like a Star Fox
Well,
boss to me.
down.
All range movements. Well, actually, the boss that reminds me of the most isn't an all range mode one. It's the one from the like that polluted ocean planet in Star Fox 64. If anyone's played that, where is the next boss? I always forget. Oh, there's
You plebe. Straight ahead.
take damage on this one. There's a partial health refill between missions, but not a full one.
Straight ahead.
Probably, so. Be careful.
Back it up. Take him down. Straight ahead. You plebe.
There we go. And yeah, I saved this navigator for last because she's my favorite too, so. Yeah, you gotta take this one part bit by bit.
Not bad.
And so, the last stage. As far as I'm aware, the last stage does not have a navigator hidden on it, but there is like a hidden unlockable one that I've never seen before or played.
Use the
So
stage, Corporal.
once I get my save battery working, I'll have to unlock her. So, gotta head to the center, and there is someone we're gonna meet here, but the meeting will be a little less cordial than our previous ones.
Deploy, Corporal.
This is kind of the other indoor stage of this, but it's a little less claustrophobic than the other one. 'Cause and it makes it transform to do stuff like this. I believe, yeah. One thing I think is kind of neat about this game is that the robot you play as is actually pre-rendered rather than a proper model. I think that's just a trick to keep the frame rate up, but it does work very well. As this game does run pretty nicely, with only a bit of slowdown when there's like a lot of explosions and things.
Well, I'll be damned.
Look at you go.
Ah, darn it, missed the flame shot. Oh well, there'll be more.
Well, I'll be damned.
Look at you go.
Nice. Just these big little cylinders.
Well, I'll be damned.
Look at you go. Bezier Blaster.
Which path do I want here? Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out. think it might be the other way, so... I've got time. The time limits in this game are very generous. They're mostly just to keep you from standing still. Fortunately, my navigator has no help here for, you know... Oh no, that was... Is this it? Is this the door I want? No, that must be where I start this. Yeah, I think this place is kind of like circular. Here, there, and everywhere. Get to be square. One rolling cylinder there. I think I got that door. Ah, I see. Yeah, I should just fly over that. If I remember properly, which I so far have not done a good job at. Does this one have a... Let's just slow down a bit so I can see a bit better. Yes, here. This is that fourth. I think I came from this direction, so the other way left me that closed door. So it is got to be through here. This got mixed up because there are two rooms with the same thing. This is A. Right, I'll have to follow it. So this is A. Here. Weird. When I played through this test, I didn't have any trouble here. C. H. E. G. H is the highest one. Yeah, I want to get to that room over to the right. This has to be. Here we go. Well, turrets here at least. Letter I, that's probably what I've seen. Here we go. Alright, we're back in course, everyone. No need to be alarmed.
Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Betier Buster.
Right? Health isn't the greatest, but I think it'll be obvious. Let's keep going. Now there's a boss rush here. None of these are returning bosses, interestingly. Some new stuff to fight. Did she just call me a plebe? What the hell?
Shield recovered.
Next. That's really funny. Alright. This one.
Plebe. Stay cool.
Oh, come on.
Better get that checked out.
Better get... Actually, I might die here.
Better get that checked out.
Yep. Oh well.
Wake up, Corporal.
But I'll let the continue play out a bit longer.
Here. What's your malfunction? Snap out of it. Wise decision.
Shame, last time I played this I was able to beat it without continuing. Oh well.
Choose a stage, Corporal. Deploy, Corporal.
Once more with feeling.
Yeah. Look at you go. Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Fire blaster. Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Well, I'll be damned.
This is where I started getting confused last time, so... God, I believe it's just big, like, cylinders. That's a workplace safety hazard, you know? Yeah, I did. I got confused. See, this is why this is why I should have the navigator. I'm very challenged with doing this myself. Which, by the way, you can go the whole game without a navigator if you want. Just, you know, a little less lively.
Well, I'll be damned. Bezier Blaster.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the other way. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this was it. All right. H, G. Up. Down. this way. Yeah, that's what I like it.
Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Betty Blaster.
Here we go. Boss rush again. Thing's beefy looking, but actually doesn't have a ton of health, so. Does have a couple of destructible parts, though, so. Whatever the hell this attack is.
Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go.
That was pretty sick.
Shield recovered.
Need a bit of that before I go to this boss that destroyed me last time.
Betty Blaster.
Oh, thank God, it still does hit. Way better than the other two. Let's try and stay high on this one. Can do that.
You plebe? Well,
The thing about this boss is when it's near these barrels, if you do it just right, you can and like shred his health bar. But I'm not good at that.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Oh, this thing is
Stay cool.
We're getting some health from the
Shield recovered.
Not in the best shape for the final boss, but I think you can handle it. Oh right, there's another third boss here.
Stay cool.
Holy crap. Ooh, a snake wizard robot.
Shield recovered.
As I was saying, not in the best shape for the final boss. And were there any more bosses? No, okay, this is it.
Chris. Don't get in my way! Please!
Reason? Do you realize what you're about to do?
Yes, of course I do. Chris, you know what we've been through. The persecution that's been wrought upon the people of Blau, including me, ever to change this world. We need a leader with strong ideals and a chosen people to rule at his side.
You're wrong, Reason. Creating a better society takes mutual respect and an ongoing drive toward a higher moral standard.
If that had worked, we wouldn't be here right now. This is a holy war. It's going to change everything.
A holy war? This? Taking millions of people hostage and using fear to get what you want? What you're doing is terrorism, plain and simple.
Stop it! Why won't you understand? Why would you stand against me? Aren't you the Chris I grew up with?
Sure am. And you're Reason Lavia. Don't forget that. The same Reason Lavia who loved sitting in the shade of that old oak tree and reading me poetry. The kind of person who would never do this.
Yes. I am Reason Lavia. Acting commander of the Gardner Army's 1st Special Air Squadron. Lieutenant Reason Lavia. Sworn enemy to your kind.
Reason.
Final showdown.
Stay cool. You plebe? Still kicking.
And it's not going well so
Get
far.
that checked out.
Yeah, that went awfully.
Wake up or
Alright, if I'm gonna do this right, I'm gonna have to do way better on the stage. And stop getting lost and stop losing me that damn robot in the hallway.
Choose a stage, Corporal.
Deploy, Corporal. Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Look at you go. Fire blaster. Well, I'll be damned. Fire blaster. Well, I'll be damned. Speciate blaster.
Alright. At least that was quicker. So hopefully if I can take down these 3 bosses more reasonably. Good job. I don't want to let him fire out the drums. That was a real mistake last time.
Shield recovered. Speciate blaster. Stay cool. Still kicking.
Come on. So now that I remember that the third boss in this rush
Shield recovered.
exists, I should be able to handle it a bit better.
Still kicking. Speciate blaster.
That's better.
Shield recovered.
Better state. Not a great one, but a better one.
Chris,
Yeah, let's skip this.
You plebe.
to the first floor. So, what does the final boss need? Some dragon heads. That always helps. Should be able to get this.
You plebe? Take him down.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Chris. Chris. Chris.
It's over. Stand aside now, Reason.
I just wanted to do something to ease all the suffering, all the frustration of the people of Blau.
At this very moment, 3 billion lives hang in the balance. Whatever you're after, you won't achieve it by going down in history as an agent of genocide.
Don't you think I realize that? I couldn't.
Reason!
Final password confirmed.
There's one last thing to do. I was a little confused the first
Me
time.
too. Now's a good time to cry. The more time passes by, the more your grief slips away from the truth. Something my dad used to say.
Well, if I remember properly, she mentioned something about reading poetry, so I guess that poem was the
With the
password.
threat of the Spätfest extinguished, the United Planetary Federation Army broke their silence and sprang to action, dispatching what remained of Gardner's forces. Alois Gardner was discovered following a suicide attempt in his private quarters, while Gehalt, his trusted confidant, was shot dead by a Federation special unit.
Oh, he's just dead, huh?
Thus ended the ambitions of one Alois Gardner.
What's your problem? Next time you pick on Margaret, there'll be trouble.
I'm telling my dad on you.
We're not gonna play with you anymore.
If anyone picks on you, I'll always come to your rescue, Reason. I swear it.
Though there's a lot, it's a bit sad. And with the different navigators, there's a lot of ways to play through this game. But there's never a way to make a happier ending for Reason. Also, when I say Reason, I keep wanting to say Racin, but she is not a rabbit. there you go.
Enter your name, Corporal.
No problem. And I believe as you do more, you can even unlock like little.
Snazzy name you got there.
Hey, thanks. I believe you can even unlock more like You can unlock like little like animated clips of the characters as well. So that's a neat thing to go back to next time once I get my save battery in. Now I'm good to go for a little longer, so I think I'm actually going to stream something else though. It's something short, so this is not going to be a long stream in general. So give me a few minutes. I'll be back in a bit. And I'm back. This is an interesting little game I picked up recently. It's by Westone, the creator, most known for the Wonder Boy series. It's a game that was originally meant to be released in the early 90s as an arcade game, but it got canceled. Oh, just a bit, nothing like specifically about the development really, just a victim of poor timing. A lot of arcade games used to get canceled even if they were largely finished, because a lot of the cost in making arcade games back then was just as in like manufacturing the boards, shipping them, cabinets, etc. A lot of that was actually more expensive than the development. So, and this game would have been like just an old school 2D arcade platformer in a time when Street Fighter 2 had hit, and fighting games as well as early 3D arcade games would have ruled the scene. So, figured it didn't have a chance. So many years later, someone who had an interest in the game decided they wanted to get it released. The problem, though, is that they had ROMs for the game, but some of them were corrupted. There was like missing graphics and sound data. So they actually managed to round up some of the original developers to recreate the graphics, and you find some sound recordings. And all in all, it was released like late last year, and all in all, it's just a neat project to see come to life. Not to mention that it now holds the Guinness World Record for the longest development time for a game, with with its development roughly starting in like 1991 and releasing in 2021 for a total of 30 years. Also means it knocks Duke Nukem Forever off the post, which is good because this game's good and that one sucks balls. So I'll let the attract mode play because it's really funny. Should play anyway. Here we go. A series of mysterious incidents occur. I love how three of them are like launching the army, then one just kicks the kid's sandcastle over. Dr. Hanyo and his crew are plotting to take over the world. So here were three people trying to destroy their ambitions. And here we go. Three playable characters. They actually do differ slightly. Personally, I'm a big fan of Elle. I think. Oh, why? Because she's the cutest. Though Gush is a great design too. Huck is neat too, but he has the lowest jump, and that kind of bothers me. Anyway, this game has a sick soundtrack. You can slap enemies, you can throw them, you can throw them at each other. These potions will heal you if you've gotten hurt, but I haven't, so you just pick them up. Oops. This game isn't too long and it's pretty easy for an arcade game, but it's fun, so it's nice to... I just run through it sometimes these days. Get enough of those gems, you get an extra life. Pretty self-explanatory, right? We're about to fight a boss. I like Hanyo. He's got that Eggman spirit. He goes and pilots all his mechs himself. Onwards and upwards. These big balloons boost the amount of points other things are worth, so if you're going for score, you gotta pick them up. You gotta go break them rather. This, and here's the power that makes you invincible. Oh, and make them shoot these big old stars with your soap bubbles. Temporary, of course. Can't keep that something like that forever. Get enough gems for a 1-up, but there's also 2 score-based 1-ups, and I just got the first one. And jump. pixel art in this game is just really nice. It's just a very pretty game. It's got a cool vibe to it. A lot of personality too. Again, it's the same people that made Wonder Boy, so you can see we're kind of that same influence there. These rolling guys are the bane of my existence. Luckily, I got the potion. Good as new. There we go. That was a perfect place to get that power up, so just clear out all the pieces. They're a bit annoying. If you destroy enemies or balloons in succession, you get a few more points from them. So. Pretty straightforward. Once you know how to beat the bosses, they go by pretty fast. Which is a shame, because then you miss the best part of the boss theme, but Dems the breaks. Simply too good at the game to hear the music. Of these big sunfish. This game isn't too hard, but it doesn't mean I want more kind of challenge added to it. You can bop enemies from below too, which is useful in this like these. And you can drop from platforms. Gosh. And you can position yourself and get hit, but once again, good as new. These little jellyfishy kind of guys are kind of really annoying to me. The way they swoop is tough to deal with. Not though. You get enough lives in this game that giving one up is not the worst thing in the world. At least by stage 3. Because there's only 5 levels, so it's not a very long game either. Also, all the sprites for how they move. I like how they have like this complete set of sprites for when they're hurt. They all look really goofy like this. Oops. This was probably the worst time to get this. So go away to the boss, but this boss is a little trickier. Yeah. Oh, this one actually takes me a bit of effort. This is the best part of the song, so you can hear it. don't know if this is the hardest boss in the game for anyone else, but it's the one that gives me the most trouble. So, onward as usual. This stage is a bit unique. It's the auto-scroller of the game. Gotta just survive on this submarine. Which I am so far doing an excellent job of. I want to do more of that. Finding the right spot to do the jumps like this. Take some effort. Potions. Mini boss. This thing's a little annoying, but if you do it just right, I did not do it just right. At least I can cheese it. Of course, now the potion charms. Alright, this should keep me safe for the rest of the level. For some reason, this next boss is easier than the last two. So watch me say that and then screw it up. But I mean, it took a hit. Gotta hold back a little. Around. Easy. And you get healed between stages too. So. And so here we are, the final stage. This is my favorite song in the game, by the way. It's super cool. Just go for it. You gotta really love it. Place has a lot of enemies. You can get some good points. Gems. Toughest big boss in the game, but it's actually really annoying. Again, just the thing. Those mostly just the enemies. It's all annoying. Alright, so yeah. Without taking damage.
Woo!